Greetings to everyone. This is our second video for the chapter Diversity and Discrimination. So in the first part, we have studied about prejudice and the stereotype. What are the impacts of that? And what are some examples we have seen in that first video. In this video, we'll be dealing about inequality and discrimination. First of all, we'll know about what is discrimination and on being discriminated against and striving for equality. So let's get into the lesson. Before getting into the lesson, I want to show you one person. So he's a boy. He's just joined to the school newly. So he was very happy. His father just requesting the teacher to admit him in the class. So the teacher has given admission for him. The moment after that, he just sat on the first row. After that, some boys are leaving him alone. Even they are not allowing him to touch any stuff. After that, his teacher is asking, what is your caste? He is telling some caste, which is called by lower caste. He is just sending him out. So, and also he is asking him to take some waste paper or waste cloth to sit outside the class. He was so upset, but he started to sit outside and started to study. When he wanted to have some water in the common part, but other students are not allowing him to take up water from the common part. So he is having like this. And he was so upset about the events which has happened in the school. What are you thinking about him? Because of his caste, we learn about the caste system in the last chapter, right? Because of that caste only, he was avoided by all the other students and also by the teacher. Why they are doing like this? They are thinking he is from lower caste. That's why. That is the reason, right? So let's see what is discrimination. This is called discrimination. So from the video, we saw that what the thing happened to the boy is called by discrimination. So discrimination means unjust treatment of people on grounds of age or sex or religion or caste or anything it be, because of the job, because of the work. So several reasons are there. So when you put somebody down, and if you stop them from taking part in certain activities or taking up jobs, or stop them from living in certain neighborhoods, or prevent them from taking water from same sources. So these are called, you are discriminated against them. So discriminated will happen with many reasons. One of the reasons also inequality. So in the last chapter, we studied about CIVICS and CBSE, right? So they are different from each other. We talked about inequality. Inequality means when you one is getting all the opportunities when some other one also having the opportunity. However, this diversity will happen because of language or religion or specific region. But when you come upon the status in the economic resources, so one is poor, another one is rich. It because of his caste also, because of his work also. So they experience discrimination in particular thing is called by unjust treatment of people. Because of that, of birth only, they are discriminated. Then that is definitely unjust treatment. We talked about stereotype in the last video. So what is the difference between discrimination and stereotype? When people act according to prejudice and stereotype is called by discrimination. So where that is the place discrimination begins. On being discriminated against. So how people are discriminated against? So people are engaged in different kinds of work like brokers and doctors and teachers and carpenter and fishing. However, certain kinds of work are valued more than others. That activities like cleaning, washing, and cutting hair and picking garbage. So these kind of works will be unvalued or unworthy. It is kind of dirty or impure in people's view. So this belief is important aspect of the caste system. So in the caste system, communities and groups of people were placed in sort of ladder. So those who place themselves at the top of the ladder, they're called by upper caste. The others will be in the bottom of the ladder will be called by unworthy or untouchable. So this is how caste system has formed in the ancient days. So according to the caste system, so the lower class people will be called by Dalits, and they are in the early days they were called by untouchable, and the caste rules were set to restrict untouchables to take one work, or they mean to do one particular work only. So rights were denied to them. Rights were denied to the lower caste people in the past days. So that's why Dalit means broken. They were broken by the prejudice or discrimination of the lower caste people, upper class people. So the boy has decided after that, the boy was decided this should not happen to others. So he determined to study well, and he thought to change the untouchability. So he consistently studied with a broken heart in order to get relief from the Dalit people. So do you know who is he? So this boy wrote the Indian Constitution. He is Dr. Ambedkar. So Ambedkar was treated very badly at his childhood. So he determined to get right for Dalit community, and he wrote a Indian Constitution. So he is the father of Indian Constitution and leader of the Dalit community, and fought for Dalit rights and adopted Buddhism principles at the later stage. So he completed his college education as a first person in the as a lawyer, and in the Dalit community, and he encouraged Dalits to send their children to school and college, and he urged Dalits to take on different kinds of government jobs in order to move out of the caste system. So he had done a lot of good things for Dalit community, who not only Dalit, for all the lower caste people, to all over the India. So in the Indian Constitution, he has his contribution towards Indian Constitution is very important for Dalit community or lower caste people. Striving for equality. So people not only fought with British for freedom, they have also fought for their equality. So the people of Dalit and women and tribal and peasants, all the people were fought against the government British for their equality. So our leaders found that after independence, they found that a lot of inequalities are there. So leaders set out a vision and goals in the constitution to ensure that all the people of India were considered equal. So Indian constitution is mainly for equality for all. And untouchability is a crime. It stated that it ensured that jobs open for all. And Indian constitution is ensuring that respect on diversity. So we cannot tell everyone to be as the same. The equality is there, and also it is respecting the diversity. So it is respecting each culture, each practices, each person's practices, and freedom to follow any custom. So it is not preventing you to follow one sort of thing. Okay, it is giving freedom to follow any custom. And this is our first page of Indian Constitution. So look on that. It is giving main priority to equality, and also it's assuring that liberty and justice. That's why India is called by secular country. So we have freedom to follow any custom. And also equality is a value that we have to keep striving for, and not something which will happen automatically. So everywhere, in every time, you have to strive for your equality. So anywhere, if something is unequal, you have the right to have equality. So keep on striving for your equality. So now we clear about what is discrimination, how it is discriminated against, and what is equality, and how to striving for equality. That and all we studied in this video. So this lesson I want to end up with this session. I want to give you one more activity for that. So list out some fundamental duties of Indian citizens which are stated in the Constitution. So we studied about the rights, fundamental rights. At the same time, we have to follow some duties in order to get fundamental rights. So just search it on that. What are the duties as a Indian citizen we have to follow? So list out those things, and the instruction will be given in the Google Classroom. Thank you. We will meet you in the next lesson.